July 6th, our 7th day, or is it? Yeah, it's July 6th, our 7th day of sea, so it's a week now.
Yep.
Now we're approaching the 30th parallel already, so this morning it was a little too cool and wet to sit out here in shirt sleeves, so I got a spray jacket on. It's too warm for full-blown foul weather gear. We're still in bare feet.
Yay!
And shorts, but just a little too cool first thing in the morning to sit out here. Plus we're getting a lot of spray over the weather bow. But the sun's coming out, sea's flattening out, and the wind's dropping off. So we may have to do a sail change here in a little while. We already did one today.
Well, our regular morning.
Yeah, our morning
change.
make sail. All hands to make sail!
Actually, usually it's hi ho.
Oh, hi ho! It's off to work we go. Yeah. So anyway, and now it's oatmeal for breakfast. Oatmeal with cranberries and pine nuts and cinnamon, and it's really good. Really good. Oh, and maple syrup, I suppose.
Yep.
Yeah. Zombie Wars. We're reading Zombie Wars aloud to each other to pass the time. It's a lot of fun. Laura said a bad word today. Laura said a bad word this morning.
I had a momentary lapse of I couldn't believe I'd done something so freaking stupid.
And when her coffee cup went flying across the cabin, her full
cup
freshly poured mocha java went flying across the cabin.
Yeah, but the good, and you brought it up, the positive thing is now my pillow will smell like coffee for the rest of the trip.
Like mocha. Now your pillow went all over the pillow.
Anyway, so yeah, I spent a little bit more time on cleaning up this morning. But
yeah. So this morning it was all overcast and weird, looking not very promising. There was squalls all around and everything. But right now, it's starting about noon, I guess. It started clearing off. The wind picked up. We're running under our number 3 jib and deep reef main, making just about 5 knots. Our course is due north. Making great progress right now. A little bit rolly. What was that? Oh, that's okay. It's just a soap. Be careful where we put stuff.
generally we don't have much.
We don't have that much
flying around, but every once in a while.
It's been bumpy this whole. After about the 4th day, it's been lumpy like this, and every once in a while the boat will just take a lurch and go over 40 degrees, you know. So, but that's okay. You know, we're prepared for most of it. Just those momentary little. I'll just set this here for a second, and then.
Yep. Well, I put my coffee down when you asked me to check the bilge real quick, and I just set it down, and just in that split
set
second,
it in the wrong place.
All the motion that we had been having was not what we had just that one particular
all of a sudden, what happens is we're having these probably 8-foot swells running through here, and not all the time. They're coming through in sets of like 2 every, I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes, 10 or 15, 20 minutes. And just we'll be going along about we're sailing a nice broad beam reach and maybe close reach, and then all of a sudden we'll get this big swell. We lift the boat way up and drop out from under us. Boat falls down in the trough, lurches sideways, another wave hits it, bang, you know. And then it shakes it off and recovers and continues. But boy, you don't want to be taking a sip of your coffee when that happens. Or handing over a bowl of oatmeal or any of that stuff.
But overall conditions are pretty good. The sailing conditions have been fantastic. Beautiful day out there.
Beautiful day. It's nice and warm this afternoon. It was cool this morning. I had out a spray jacket on in the cockpit. And we're getting splashed because the waves are hitting right on the beam. So we're getting splashed in the cockpit. That's why we're hanging out down here with the autopilot steering.
Well, we just had lunch. And we
just had lunch,
taking a break for a little while, and then we'll go out. It's my turn to go out and be on the tiller.
Yeah.
Can't run that all afternoon.
We might. We're just trying to. We're monitoring the electricity use. We have to balance the amount we use of electricity with the amount of sunshine that we get. We didn't have any sunshine yesterday. And the sun just started to get bright about, what, 11 this morning?
Yeah, yeah. So it looks like we might have a good full day of
It
sun.
looks like we're going to have
That'd be nice.
from 8 or 9 hours, because it's all clear ahead, all clear to windward so far. This can change rather rapidly in our experience.
Well, yeah, we have noticed that. 1 minute you're looking going, wow, it looks all clear up ahead, and then 20 minutes later it's all overcast and there's another squall coming. So you just never can tell.
Well, it's this morning when we got up, the first thing, you know, we had been, the boat was steering itself all night on the rubber band with the number 3 jib, just fine. Get up in the morning, put up the main, and haven't been able to quite get the balance right with the rubber band. I may have to rig and whatever, fool around with the rub. Need a little bit of attention on the helm when running with the main up. But you know, so we steer mostly by hand during the day and give the tiller pilot maybe a couple hours or so. If we got enough sunshine to keep the batteries charged, we can go ahead and let the tiller pilot steer all the time. But at night, there's no point. If the boat will steer with the rubber band, we use that. Save the electricity.
Yeah. Okay. So we're hanging down below here, and we are how far away from Sitka now? We're
about 1900 and let's say 1950.
Right.
It was 1958 before lunch.
Yeah.
So we're right around 1,950 miles from Sitka. Making good progress. I hope we'll just continue to make this kind of progress all the way up there. If that's the case,
woohoo!
Yeah, it'll be
nice fast passage. We're ready for one of those.
If that's the case, it'll be a 25 or 26 day passage. It'll be great. But I'm not quite that optimistic. We'll just have to wait and see.
We'll just have to wait and see.
But it's good so far. We're more comfortable than ever before. And
we have noticed a few small leaks that went our last passage, but we've been spending the afternoons talking about our next refit.
Next refit in Port Townsend. We're gonna do a new bottom treatment. We'll talk about that later. We've got to rebed a bunch of
all the deck screws and a bunch of stuff. Just maintenance time. We've been 5 years since our last major refit.
Talking about how much we want to do. We want to do a paint job. We're definitely going to redo the inside of the boat, repaint the inside, and at minimum revarnish and replace some of these plywood bulkheads here. We're going to do some changes to this the settee that we're on, make it a little bit more suitable for blue water sailing. And that's about it. That's the plan. What do you think, hon?
Sounds like a plan to me. Can't wait to get in.
Can't wait to get the Sitka. Can't wait to get the Sitka.
Start exploring.
Yeah.
Back to zombie wars.
Back to zombie wars. And where are we in the zombie war? Oh yeah, the U.S. Army is making a stand. This is after the battle. One of the troops is talking about how messed up it all was.
Foobar?
Foobar. It was totally foobar and snafu. And those expressions were old when I was a soldier, so you know what those mean. Hey Laura, what's for supper tonight?
It's a little lumpy. Whoa. Yeah, it's just a little lumpy. So we're gonna not actually be cooking anything tonight.
But we're gonna have a hot meal.
Yeah, we're gonna have a hot meal. So I have decided to go with Mountain House potatoes and beef and onions, and we're gonna add a can of corn to that.
Corn.
So that's our rougher weather meal. It's not bad.
It's not
out,
rough weather. It's just a lumpy sea.
Really weird rolls, and you just know accounting for them, and they just throw everything off kilter. So rather than take a chance of spilling anything again and swearing again, I just don't want to do that. So
Where did that come from?
Hit my limit, man. I'm so tired of losing coffees. I should know better than that by now. So anyway, so a quick and easy meal tonight.
Yep.
And
beautiful sunset.
It is. Man, it just doesn't get much better.